Say, remember when I said I wasn't going to use Spike as my avatar anymore? I lied. Hello and welcome to a commentary. I'm your host, Martin Dave. Now, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I am a Brony. I've been in the fandom for quite some time now, and I am proud of it. I am aware that there are some nuts and morons in the fandom that gives it a bad name, and I do in fact frown upon them. But it is a fandom, you cannot stop them. There will always be in a fandom. Anyways, today's video is on Gurgolax. I think that's how you pronounce his name. And his videos about bronies. Now, this isn't one of his commentaries, but his rant on the show and his fear on how it will go downhill. And it's pretty fucking stupid, even for Brony standards. Let's watch.
I love My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. It is quite possibly my favorite animated show of all time, as it has great characters, appealing animation, and wonderful humor. However, I'm making this video because lately I'm feeling worried about this show, and it's something I want to address. Particularly, there are 3 subjects on the hand that worry me because I feel if this show is affected by them too much, it might become a terrible show.
Keep in mind that he said if. That shows how pointless this rant is. Also, I'm gonna skip this next part because it's about him discovering the show and him falling in love with cartoons again, and it drags on for 3 minutes.
Now, I'm telling you all about this because I want you to know how I feel about this show and how worried I am about the show losing its fan base. Without bronies, I never would have found out about it, nor would I have even gotten into the show to begin with. And to see them leave the herd is emotionally heartbreaking.
Of all the worst things that could happen, this is the worst of things!
Sorry, I couldn't resist. But in all seriousness, does it really matter if that bronies are leaving the fandom? I mean, what about the ones that give it the bad name? Are you sad that they're leaving too?
Let's start off with Alicorn Twilight Sparkle. Now, to be clear, the Season 3 finale aired yesterday. I found to be quite enjoyable. Granted, it wasn't anything spectacular, but it was at least still decent. Now, about Twilight Sparkle being an Alicorn, it's quite a huge change for the show, and I really want to see this concept work. However, considering that TV shows in the past that tried stuff like this did not go over so well, I'm worried that this might be a sign for the show's quality to go down.
Well, could you give examples of shows in the past that jumped the shark so we'll know where you're coming from? No? Suit yourself.
I don't want the show to focus too much on Alicorn Twilight and change her personality. I just want the show to be the same great show except Twilight having wings and is a princess. I hope this show is not affected by this change and it will still continue to not only focus on her, but also focus on her friends and all the side characters just like how it is in the first 3 seasons.
That is a stupid thing to say. Of course they're going to focus on the main 6. They have been since the past 2 seasons. And they aren't going to change Twilight's characters because she hasn't changed from the past season. And more than likely they aren't in the 4th season. Again, provide examples on this. And one more thing. The next 2 complaints of his aren't about the show. Just a heads up.
Another subject I want to point out is the fan game Fighting is Magic getting a cease and desist from Hasbro. Now, admittedly, I'm the last person who should be complaining because, honestly, I wasn't terribly excited about this game. I'm not saying it looked bad or anything. I'm sure the game would have been great had it come out, but I don't know. It just sort of looked... It didn't look anything interesting to me. But anyways, it's not the game itself getting canceled that rubs me the wrong way, it's that the team behind it put so much effort into a game that was going to be free and was not meant to make any money whatsoever. It was meant to be a fan game. And what does Hasbro do? for God knows why, they decided to be douchebags and cancel a fan game for no reason.
Objection! According to the copyright laws, Hasbro are in perfect jurisdiction to use the cease and desist. The main six weren't given permission to use characters that were copyrighted by Hasbro, mind you, and making something that was for the public to use. See? Me using the Phoenix Wright joke did make sense. I had a promising start and now this.
I think this game was only canceled because Hasbro's lawyers saw an opportunity to make money and slammed the C&D on the team.
And how is using a C&D on something that was free to play and, for my knowledge, Hasbro has no intentions of making, is milking it?
Now Hasbro, did you learn nothing from when Capcom canceled Mega Man Legends 3?
Even though you had to pay for Mega Man Legends 3, and was produced by the company themselves. That was a pointless comparison.
Or all the other stupid mistakes they've made. Ever since all that happened, Capcom has now rightfully earned a negative reputation they will never be able to get rid of. Do you want to be thought of as just like them?
So canceling a game that, again, Hasbro was not making puts them in the same league as a company that has milked franchises to death, canceled games to their most beloved franchises over stupid things, making the infamous Bionic Commando reboot, and maybe for some, canceling plans on a date that somebody has planned ever since their first date when they said that they were wanting to do it again. However, it turns out that they were dating Marvel behind the person's back, even though that whore slept with Viacom and Fox, but apparently it sells better than me. Oh, god damn it, Capcom! Why don't you love me? I thought what we had was real, but no, you just threw it away! God!
Now, for probably the subject I am the most worried about, a rumored spin-off show called Equestria Girls, with the main six characters as humans. Now, first off, if you've seen my DeviantArt channel's favorites page, you would know that I am absolutely crazy about humanized pony characters, so already I like the concept in itself, and while some people might not like the odd, non-realistic skin colors of the characters, I personally don't mind it so much. However, I'm extremely worried about this show, if it ever does come out, because, you know, this is a rumor.
Which makes it all the more pointless to talk about.
This is going to come out or not,
but then again,
anyways,
you've done commentaries on other pointless crap.
I'm worried that the show, unlike FIM, might end up being only for little girls.
Bitch, please! In this fandom, gender demographics are about as useful as the points on Whose Line.
And no one else, and just be about the main six being brain-dead valley girls doing boring high school shit or something. Anyways, also, in the TV industry, spin-offs never work.
Super Charmander 1 already made a comment on this, so moving on.
So I'm very concerned that being a fan of humanizing MLP characters, that this spin-off might end up being a lost opportunity. However, I have an idea for this spin-off.
Because Hasbro will totally listen to you.
First off, make the show just like FIM, where the characters still have magical and fantasy-esque powers and go on adventures to fight off evil baddies.
Then
also,
what the fuck is the point in having the characters in high school?
Make it like Sailor Moon, where it doesn't focus too much on the high school setting. Finally, make sure the characters are exactly like their FIM counterparts. Yeah, and give them the exact same names as well. But don't make it canon. I'd say make it where everything is just like FIM's universe. Same characters, same everything, except it's not canon and it has humans.
You heard it, folks. Make everything the exact same thing. The characters, the animation, the saying, everything. That shit has been successful in the past. Right? Also, no fucking duh the spinoff isn't a canon. Do you really think Hasbro will let a show about 6 high school girls be in the same universe as their pony counterparts?
So yeah, this is something I wanted to talk about because I don't want to see My Little Pony Friendship is Magic become a fad in the future. I want it to live on forever.
If the show does go on forever, then it'll be like The Simpsons, Family Guy, or SpongeBob. It'll suck.
It is a phenomenal cartoon series, and it deserves to continue to have a strong fan base of bronies till the end of time. This show deserves to live on just
Blah
like
blah
Pokemon,
blah, he
where
has
it
a hard
still
time
has a
for
huge
ponies,
fan
the
base.
end. Final thoughts, this has the exact same problems as Greg Gorlox's commentaries. Pointless! Most of these problems are either stupid, biased, and are not even that big of a deal, and it really makes the video in general all around unnecessary to make. And in my opinion, the show will still be as awesome as it already is, so there is no need for chaos. And before I go, I'm just going to give you guys 3 clues on my next commentary. 1, the user put it on private when I downloaded, so it's special. 2, the user I'm commenting on is a gem. And 3, I've got TOG's proof. With that said, this is Brony saying...
Oh, God, your hands on my body feel so right.